guys, Uvix here, and today we are going to be playing a indie horror game, and it's called Do Not Take This Cat Home. You hear tippy tappies, that would be my dog. She needs to get her nails clipped, and I have not taken her in yet because I've been busy. Don't come at me at the comments, but she is going to get her nails done. Okay, so this game did have a trigger warning. So viewer discretion is of course advised because we are playing a horror game, and seeing as we're not supposed to take a cat home, I can only imagine the horrors of what is to be held of us. But in case read aloud, it does depict elements of horror, animal and human violence, and death. Abuse, abusive relationships, disturbing images, loud noises, flashing images, lights, and more. If you suffer from anxiety, depression, or certain fears, phobias, may not have a safe experience playing this game. For a full list of content trigger warnings, go to the About section in this game's main menu. Okay, so before I move on, if any of these things trigger you, please click out of the video, as I do not want to trigger anybody. But just an FYI, this is a horror game, so yay! And of course, I have anxiety, so this is going to be fun. So I'm going to ignore that. Please take care of yourself. Oh boy. I don't like that you're telling me what to do. Oh, how could you not want to take this cute little guy home? Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to turn this game down. I think this is loud. And of course you can't hear me. So I'm assuming that you can hear me just fine. I'm looking at my audio settings and they seem like they're fine. Okay. We are going to start. You're not having a great day, as usual. Oh, I'm talking. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, but in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when the tiniest of meows perks your interest. Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Okay. Well, that was an interesting tidbit that we just got. Okay. Well, that and the weather. Ellipses. But none of them react to the sound at all. Eldritch horror? Disguised as a cat? Curiosity, which killed the cat. Guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. Okay, these just sound like bad decisions, but honestly, cat distribution system, if I heard meows, I probably would go into a dark, scary alleyway as well. You typically enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Just stim stomping. Oh, the cat is angry. Finally, the sound's source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is this adorable little kitty. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious, especially from all the meowing. But I'm just the narrator of this lovely story. It's an interesting looking cat. Pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Looks like my cat Loki. Puts his front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. So cute. Honestly, yeah. I would immediately take this cat home. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an option, or much of an option. I can't read. Much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. Is that foreshadowing? Are we foreshadowing here? You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves a cat? In cardboard boxes these days anyway. A lot of people, unfortunately. And please don't leave cats in cardboard boxes. Donate them. Please put them up for adoption. Not donate. You don't donate cats. Put them up for adoption at your local animal shelter. Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually, guys? You would think so, depending on how big the box is. The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. Hmm. See, I feel like if I pick this one, it's gonna end the game. Fuck it. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking in a pet on a whim. Rent's coming up soon, your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod. Sorry, good luck out here, okay? Cat. You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind. Rain's picking up. Aw, the little meowing at the back. Time to head home. Ending? Nyat a fool. Well, yeah, I figured that would end the game. But we got that done and out of the way. Now, let's make bad decisions. And of course, we can skip this. Okay, yep. Yep. Na 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 na. Alright. Where are we at? We are... Where's my decisions? Alright. We're gonna take the cat home. I feel like we shouldn't take the cat home, but you know what? Exactly. You know what? We're taking the cat home. You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? Adorable. You're all alone and, well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Adorable. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to the shelter tomorrow. So responsible. But for now... Oh, there's a save. Oh, good to know. I'm gonna save. How do I get out of this? Okay, let's get you out of the rain, okay? Sounds good. I did not... Oh, this says save right there. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You living alone in it. Well, that's depressing. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. Is it just a cat, though? After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food, open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Okay, we got a picky eater. Not hungry, I guess. Unless it wants human flesh. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Well, that's good at least. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and a cheese, and lettuce perfectly placed, tomatoes. Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. If the cat gets up and starts licking my blood, then we got a problem. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage. I fucking knew it! Sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Okay, Senor Kitty. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just you watch as the cat starts to... I fucking called it. I knew it. But enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. I told you, this cat's gonna eat us. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. I also would feel a little uneasy if this random cat that I picked up off the street, gave it cat food, some nice tuna, maybe some salmon pate. Gave it, ignored it. Blood on knife, though. Mwah! Chef's kiss for that kitty. Mm-mm. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little bad. That in any context, I think that would be a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. I can confirm if I ever cut myself on my knife, my cats would not jump on the counter enthusiastically licking it. They honestly probably wouldn't care. Oh, this cat wants to eat me. Okay, it's fine. You're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You're going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. Or an eldritch horror demon that's going to eat us while we sleep. I'm saying it's an eldritch horror demon, but that's just me. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Of course it does. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While trying to watch TV. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. If it's got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now, you're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting in the corner. Untouched. Ugh, come on, enough already. You shove it away a little bit more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. I am also worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea of how to calm it down? You can only hope. You don't have many other options left other than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up the landline and... Did the cat just cut the power? I'm telling you, it's an eldritch horror demon. The lights just went out because we brought a eldritch horror demon into our apartment. Just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. Sure. The rain. You check your cell phone, only to find that it's out of batteries. How convenient. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. Oh, great. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then why did the power go out? We're in an alternate dimension with this cat, aren't we? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Hello, kitty. Who's a good kitty? Who's not going to eat me right now? Oh, I don't remember my clock spelling out the words help and kill. I don't think a clock can make a K. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage. That's what we're concerned about. We're concerned, that clock should not even be on right now, guys. I'm less concerned about the fact that help and kill keep coming across the screen. More about the intricacies of the fact that it's plugged in and we have no power, yet the clock's on. And going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. I don't like the beady eyes staring into my soul. And for some reason, the more I stare at them, it feels like, I think it's probably just like my brain. Because it's probably like an optical illusion, but I feel like the more I stare into this dark abyss of pupils, the eyeballs are getting bigger. It's like not giving any indication that it's alive. It might not be. It's not blinking. It's not breathing. It's not, yeah, exactly. I am also drawn to the fucking eyes. This is where you determine that it's not normal. I am also afraid. My dog is apparently also afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. Good point. Good point. You consider tossing the cat out after all. You know, honestly, at this point, I don't think you should touch the cat. I think we need to go. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still. Oh boy, okay, we gotta. Even with the flashlight trained on it, its pupils are flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Ooh. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up on the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? Again, why are we focused on the clock? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment. Exactly. But if you having the answer will make sense of everything that's happening, that order will be restored. I don't think that's gonna. Nope. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce. But waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. I feel like is this the kind of thing like where if you run, we're gonna die? But you can't stay still forever, right? I mean, hypothetically, no. Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Let's. Oh, I didn't like that in my ear, thank you. I really don't want anything to do with any of that. I don't want. You want my soul? How about an IOU? It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have. I don't think running's a good idea. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fierce grip of your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. Oof. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something. We just step. What the? But something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. You hear. Did we step in a bear trap? You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor as if it had been kicked. Oh. You winded from your fall. You look up in daze to see the object glinting and the strange light coming in from outside. The light pouring in for your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what, in regards to your inexplicably open door, screech to a halt as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. It's still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the. You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you left it. Oh, the eyes. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife as if skipping in delight. Is it gonna lick it clean? Yep. And bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you've taken in. licking away at your kitchen knife once again, completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to you, as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching, as if considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadow grows around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because that fucking thing, if that's the cat right there ahead of you, oh, the fuck is, what in the world is behind you? Okay, I'm gonna save. I feel like I'm gonna die here, so I guess we're gonna look. Huh. Interesting. How very, very interesting. Okay. Well, alright. Alright. What? Alright, well, okay, we're gonna keep running. Did I pick the wrong one? Does it not matter? Am I missing something? Oh, I have to hit continue. Interesting. So it didn't matter? You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. Oh, it changed. Okay. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for possibilities of where you could go or what you could do, maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh, what was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. So did none of that actually happen, or did we forget about it? I'm very confused. Hello, kitty. Okay, this is all the same. On edge, yep, that's the same. You look so familiar. Okay, so is this like a time loop kind of thing? Right? Again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. Sure a cutie, though. Just look, it's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently. Waiting for you to do something. I don't take the cat home now, sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. Okay, so the text changes. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. Yeah, I am. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too, there's no way you could care for a cat long term. You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? Oh boy, okay. You just want a little attention, don't you? Poor thing must be bored sitting in that box all day. You're not sure you're much of an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best. There's gotta be something you can entertain a little critter with. But what? Your pockets. Kind of small piece of string in your left pocket. Not very helpful. String's far too short. You're an excited cat leaping for it could easily lead to getting bit or scratched. Right pocket is a bar of chocolate. Not to help either right now either. The only thing we've got is your phone. Not much anything a cat can play with, but here's something you can do. Photo montage. That was fun, right? Well, you enjoyed yourself. With nothing else to do and no intention of taking the cat home, you decide it's probably best to just leave. You don't want the cat to get too attached after all. At least you'll have some memories to take with you. Okay, see you around, I guess. Good luck. Okay. You turn and walk away, but you leave. Your phone just got a message. You open it, and... What? Aren't I cute? Absolutely fucking not. It's a picture of a familiar-looking cat. Huh. Cat does look cute. And happier in the picture. But it's not a picture you recognize. Heck, did I? You didn't take this picture. You peek over your shoulder at the cat. The cat is simply looking at you. It mews sadly, as if pleading you to come back. There's too many choices. Let's get out of the alley. I feel like I should make the smart decisions. I also think I just accidentally clicked on something. You ignore the cat and briskly walk out of the alley without looking back. Yep, accidentally opened my right palette. Phew, that was weird. You're a good distance away when... Not again. You reluctantly look at the new message and... Don't ignore me. I didn't know cats knew how to text. Creeped out, you decide to just go home. I know you're seeing these. Come back. How did this cat get my phone number? No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh my god. I don't. There. Okay. I don't think you guys can see that, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna go down here so you can just see the eyeball that is gracing my presence right now. There's more eyeballs. I don't like this cat. There's nothing there. You're finally home, but you feel too shaken for any relief to calm you down. You rush to the bathroom and slam the door behind you. This isn't real. It's just like a bad dream. Everything's okay. You fumble in the dark to turn on the sink and splash your face with some cold water, hoping it will calm your mind and stop the hallucinations. Because that's all they are, right? Hallucinations? You're really regretting leaving home today. I am also regretting that we left home today. You must have been overworking yourself more than you realized. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that must be. If it's our apartment, we got a problem. You jump as your phone alerts you to yet another message received. Oh, I have more empty slots. I know I probably shouldn't check it, but I'm going to. You look at your phone. Hi, friend. We're not friends. Oh, we're definitely not friends. Startled, you whirl around and instinctively jump back. You slip. Oh, God. Smashing the back of your head into the bathroom mirror. You don't register the pain just yet, your eyes shifting wildly around the room. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. You feel dizzy. Dazedly, you feel the back of your head and examine your hand. You can't really see anything, but it feels warm and wet. The smell of copper fills the air. The dizziness overwhelms you and you collapse on the bathroom tiles. Help. You reach for your phone to call an ambulance. The batteries are dead. Ending 30, Photobomber. Okay, well, it seems like there is a lot of endings, and unfortunately, I don't have time to go through all of them today. But this is an interesting game, and honestly, I don't hate it. It's creepy. It's definitely creepy. It plays on the fact that it's like an innocent cat, and I really don't understand what this demon horror thing that we brought into our apartment is yet. So, might pick this up back up. So, if you guys want to see more of this, just let me know down in the comments. And with that, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and don't bring Eldritch Demon cats into your apartment, and you should be fine.